What myths and legends say about human origin outside Earth. There have been several debates over it, several kinds of research and theories that may help us arrive at answers that we seek. Yet one question that has remained in the minds of many is, where do we come from? Are we a product that originated in this world, or did we come from somewhere else far beyond the sphere of our dear planet? Hello once again. If this is your first time on the channel, I welcome you to part 4 of the greatest mystery of our time, the dawning theory that humans may not have come from Earth. This is a series where we discuss the possibility that humans may have originated elsewhere other than in our world after all. If you'd like to catch up with our previous episodes, first subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like and comment on our videos and turn on the notification button for more amazing videos. Outside research and speculations from the world of science, stories of life outside the Earth are not new to man. As a matter of fact, you may have heard of some of them. These tales tell of extraterrestrial visits to Earth many thousands of years ago. These visitors, they say, were the first humans on our planet and began human life as we know it. In part 3 of the series, we ended by taking a look at what myths and legends say about human origins outside of Earth. One of the most prominent stories of the extraterrestrial origin of man, as explained in that part, was that of the Dogon ethnic group of Africa. This group holds that their ancestors arrived on Earth from a planet in the Sirius star system. In this episode, I'll be sharing with you other stories that tell us that humans were not indigenous to our Earth. First, let us explore the Araucanian mythology. The Araucanians are indigenous to South America. This group of Indians is now settled in the rich valleys and basins of south-central Chile, between the Biobío River and Tolton River. The Araucanians' story of human origin on Earth, stars are seen as humans whose home is in heaven or outer space. According to some writings in the Avesta, all mankind arrived on Earth from other star systems. It is said that the different human races came from different places in space. Those of the Indian race originated from the Cassiopeia star, from where they made their way to the Earth, while the Mongoloids originated from the Cygnus and Lyra constellations. Those of the Negroid race originated from the Orion constellation, while the Caucasians originated from the Big Dipper star. Many stories include a thorough account of the 6 living beings created to aid humans in difficult times. According to some of the surviving literary records, the planet was populated by bird people, snake people, and humans with dog or cat heads. Although many dismiss these records as mere fantasies, they channel our minds to lots of probabilities and thoughts. For example, such accounts may be key to explaining why the cat's worship was so prominent in certain ancient civilizations, like Egypt. The Mapuche cosmogony is native to the Mapuche, the largest indigenous group in Chile. According to tradition, the Mapuche have origins in the Nuke Mapu, which is the earth in a deeper sense. This refers to a larger idea of nature in Mapuche cosmology, rather than the soil, geological terrain, or the planet Earth, for example. It is stated that before spirits populated the Earth, they could only see deserts from above, or in space, until they were allowed to populate the ground with myriad diverse entities created in the clouds. It was at that point that humans descended from the sky to live on Earth. The newcomers began to acquire the language of nature. They also brought with them the Mapuche language, which was spoken in the sky. The humans were guaranteed by the spirits that they would be able to return to their initial home in the future. The Chinese story of creation is another intriguing story about how humans came to arrive on Earth, but this time in a most bizarre manner. According to the myth, the cosmos began as a chaotic soup with no form or feature. A black egg containing a primordial humanoid creature called Pangu lay in the universe. This being was a hairy giant who had a pair of horns and tusks. For over 18,000 years, this creature slept in the egg, and for as long as he slept, the cosmos was held in perfect equilibrium. This means that there were equal proportions of darkness, yin, and light, yang. One day, however, the great giant awoke, after which he went ahead to leave the egg. This action led to his shattering of the force that held the cosmos in perfect equilibrium, and led to a cascade of events. These include that the top half of the eggshell, representing yang, changed to become the sky after the giant swung his huge axe, whereas the bottom half, representing yin, transformed into the earth. Having seen the transformation become a reality, Pangu began to push the top section of the cracked shell further away. This was to keep yin and yang separated. He is thought to have grown 10 feet, 3 meters, taller as he pushed the sky upwards. This would take him another 18,000 years to accomplish. Several accounts of the story state that the giant was aided by 4 celestial beings. These were the dragon, the turtle, the phoenix, and the quillin. Among these objects are the wind and clouds created by his breath, as well as the sun, which was formed by his left eye, and the moon from his right eye. The mountains formed from his head and limbs, while fertile land appeared from his muscles. The thick hairs on his face took on the form of constellations and our Milky Way galaxy. Furthermore, the rain was formed from his sweat, his blood became rivers, and his voice transformed into thunder. The earliest humans and other animals emerged from the parasites or fleas that feasted on his body. Many today find it absurd to believe that humans originated from somewhere other than our planet Earth. One man, however, has linked the history of man on Earth to the arrival of the ancient astronauts in Mesopotamia, many hundreds of thousands of years ago. Zecharia Sitchin was a writer who proposed a theory for human origins featuring ancient astronauts in a series of publications. Sitchin claimed that a technologically advanced human-like species of extraterrestrials, known as the Anunnaki, from a planet beyond Neptune, were responsible for the creation of Sumerian civilization. Starting with the 12th planet, Sitchin's series The Earth Chronicles centers on his unique interpretation of ancient Sumerian and Middle Eastern literature, megalithic monuments, and artifacts from throughout the planet. Sitchin theorizes that the gods of ancient Mesopotamia were astronauts from the planet Nibiru. This planet, linked with the god Marduk, was considered by the Sumerians to be a distant 12th planet. He says Nibiru remains in orbit of our Sun on a 3,600-year prolonged orbit. In his argument, Sitchin states that Sumerian records state that 50 Anunnaki arrived on Earth some 450,000 to 400,000 years ago. These extraterrestrials sought to extract raw minerals, particularly gold, for shipment back to their homeworld. They, however, quickly became exhausted from their work. This, Sitchin notes, was due to their small population. To find assistant, the Anunnaki set out to genetically create miners. After trying several times and failing, the Anunnaki were able to create Homo sapiens, whom they placed on Earth as slaves, hoping to mine their gold. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki were involved in human activities until their society was obliterated following worldwide disasters. These disasters, he notes, were precipitated around 12,000 years ago by the sudden end of the last ice age. These extraterrestrials left Earth after providing people with the ability to rule themselves. This did not, however, take place until after they saw that mankind had survived the catastrophes and that all they had made had been destroyed. Although Sitchin's theories have been criticized by modern astronomy and scholars alike, they provide a gateway to a whole world of possibilities. Whether these myths are true or not, they help us look into the probability that humans may not have come from the Earth. Hence, as we continue to try to figure out where we truly originate from, we cannot dismiss any piece of information that may help us arrive at answers. This is where we draw the curtain for today, but hey, there's more to come. In part 5 of the series, we will consider several more pieces of information that suggest that we are not from planet Earth. Did you find this video highly interesting and educative? Then don't forget to like, comment, and share it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for new drops. Once again, don't forget to check out previous parts if it's your first time watching any of our videos under this series.